Hi there, I'm Rachel Sheldrick from The Workshop Whisperer and welcome to this week's 10-minute YouTube training. I'm excited today to be talking to you about something that every single auto repair shop owner faces in one way or another and faces challenges with in one way or another, and that is the partnership that surrounds your auto repair shop. So we're going to be looking at the different types of partnerships and the 6 key features of an amazing partnership, or what we like to call the A-grade alliance. So make sure you stay right to the end so that you know every single thing to tick off to make sure that your business partnership is performing at its best. Okay, so today I said we're talking about business partnerships. Now, business partnerships can look different from auto repair shop to auto repair shop, so here's a really clear indication of what I'm talking about. You might be a solo operator in your auto repair shop, meaning there's no other partner there, not even a couple of days per week, but perhaps you have a life partner that is your partnership. And from time to time, you may chat to them about different things in the business, but they're not necessarily a day-to-day influence on how things run. Then we have a partnership where it might be you and a platonic friend or silent partner that are running the business. So that's our second kind, where you're in partnership with somebody that you're not related to or not in a personal relationship with. Then we have the type of business partnership which is familiar to many of you, which is where we have two partners in a personal relationship working together and making decisions for the business together. So this is where we tend to have the husband and wife or partners, whatever you term yourself as, but you're at work during the day together and then you're also going home together as well. Now, the reason why we want to have a little in-depth look at your partnership is because many of them are dysfunctional. And when we have clients come to us to work with us in our high performance and coaching program, The Engine Room, we often have to help them upgrade their partnership in order for the business to grow properly. Now, you'll probably start to relate to some of the things that I'm talking about as I give you an idea of what some of the key features of an A-grade alliance look like. But there's one thing that I want you to be able to take away from this training today, and that is your commitment that you are going to critically assess the partnership that you have at the moment and that you will implement some changes where you see that they are necessary. So I mentioned that there are 6 features of an A-grade alliance, of a top-notch business partnership, and I'm going to go through 3 of them with you today. So the first of those is that there can only be just one CEO of your auto repair shop. Now you might be thinking, CEO, that's for some big corporate structure. But what we do is we take the premise of what the CEO is and we apply it to your business. So in a corporate structure, there's only one CEO, because if you have too many CEOs, you don't get to make decisions and there are too many cooks in the kitchen, so to speak. So in your auto repair shop, there needs to be one final decision maker. Now that's not so that person can rule over the other person with an iron fist. That's so that the ice can be broken or a decision can be made that's in the best interest of the business. So this requires that you and your partner or you and your partners clearly elect one person to be the CEO and that the role for that CEO is clearly defined. So what are the situations where the CEO might need to make decisions based on the information coming from the other partners? What will the responsibilities of the CEO be that are different to the other partner or partners in the business? Now, having a think about this also requires that the roles are clearly defined for the other partner or partners as well. So when you've got clearly defined roles and responsibilities, then you have one of the 6 of the key components of an A-grade alliance. Now, the second feature of an A-grade alliance is that you have both dealt, or you have all dealt, with what we call limiting beliefs. There's nothing worse than having a partnership where the identifiable feature is that you have different schools of thought based on personal beliefs. Where we have different schools of thought, they often compete, and it means that the partners are butting heads. Now, these beliefs often come from childhood and what we witnessed from our own parents or those adults closely around us in regard to money, in regard to hard work, and in regard to what running a team looks like. So if your money stories are limiting you and your partner has a set of money stories that are different and are also limiting them, then we've got real trouble when it comes to growing the business. So you might have a story that suggests that you need to work really hard and really long hours in order to get anywhere, where your partner may have a completely different story, and that it's not about the really, really long hours and busting your gut, it's about working smart. But if you two can't come together on the same page, then you're going to spend all your time at work, and maybe you're the technician owner. Your partner, your wife, thinks that there's better, easier ways to do things, maybe by implementing systems and having the team help out more. And she wants you at home. She only wants you there until 4:30 in the afternoon. Then she wants you at home with the kids. If we don't resolve those two competing stories, then we start to get resentment. And that's where, first of all, the business relationship starts to fray, and then the personal relationship starts to fray as well. And that's where we have real trouble. So you need to get on the same page with your money stories and any other stories that you may have inherited from your parents or those closely around you in relation to how a good business is built and works effectively. Then we have the third key component of an A-grade alliance, and that is to buy in or butt out. What does that mean? Well, that means that you're either both, if you're a husband and wife, or two partners in a platonic business relationship, you both have to buy in to work towards common goals, or the one that's not buying in needs to butt out. They need to stop being the brakes in the situation that is preventing the business from moving forward. Now, we commonly see this in a husband-wife, girlfriend-boyfriend, personal partnership type situation where the husband or the wife isn't fully bought into the direction of the business, and as a result, the business isn't growing. They are the brakes, so to speak. And this is also one of the situations where we might start to see a deterioration of the personal relationship that sits behind the business relationship because that resentment forms again. So the person that is the brakes either needs to get fully on board with the direction of the business, or they need to jump out and they need to let the remaining partner in the business sail this ship. And, the reason for that is because we're assuming that you both actually want success, but the partner that is the brakes, has been holding the business back, and they just need to step to the side and perhaps acknowledge that being in the business actually isn't the right thing for them. We see this a lot with supporting partners in the business, often the wife, who came into the business to help the husband, but it's not really the thing that she's passionate about. She has other things, other ways that she'd like to contribute in the world, and perhaps what's best is that she goes and does that, leaving the husband to sail the ship and grow the business. And that can be sometimes scary for you guys, You want your other half there so that you can share in that, but perhaps the decision to do that wasn't the best one for the business. So it's okay to let your other partner have the time and the opportunity to explore what floats their boat, and you may find that you're both happier not working in the business together. So buy in or butt out, it sounds a bit harsh, but it's actually a really nurturing concept for your business, for you and for your partner. So they're the first three things that go into having an A-grade alliance. If you'd like to learn the final three things that you need to tick off, then maybe it's time for you to book a call with us so that you can get some extra help with your auto repair shop. So as always, please feel free to click the link that's under the video, answer a few questions for us so that we know a little bit about your business before we jump on a call with you, and then book a time to have a quick chat with us. There's no obligation. We can listen to what your issues are and we can let you know if we think that we're the best people to help you out. I look forward to seeing you again in our next YouTube training, and make sure in the meantime you keep those repair orders nice and high.